Season 2 is around the corner and we need to figure out what we need to be doing right now or as soon as we get into Season 2 to make sure we come out the ground running. Now, a quick little thing that I don't see people talking about is the blueprint shop. So people say usually you have Starcrom, you can save it up, you can do what you want, you can buy stuff, great, but nobody says, hey, maybe if you don't like anything here or you aren't sure what build you want to do, save it until next season because there may actually be new guns in here. Or if there's something that you really want, try and buy it now because it may not be there next season. I don't know, this is just speculation, but this whole blueprint shop could disappear and change and we could have completely new weapons and you won't be able to get this one. You won't be able to get your favorite one that you've been trying to save for. So if you want it, you probably want to get it now before it's gone. Now, most importantly for me, it's the memetics. I think one thing you want to be doing and understanding now is all of these. So if you want, look through them, reset them a few times, or just look at other people's and see what you can get. I, of course, wasted all of mine, so I have really mostly terrible ones. Yeah, I've got the rare crystal set and this, and they go after a while because nobody wants them. The only ones that I think are actually good that I found were the backpack extension, the portable rainwater collection system, and the solar drill. Everything else, not that great. Although the electric furnace one was good actually. However, make sure you understand what these do and make sure you read them and don't just click on them when you do them in Season 2, because these are so useful for getting the red plasma missiles, which I can't do, or there's one for making acid, which would have been super handy and would have saved me a lot of time trying to set up a specific acid farm and moving my base loads of times to get it right. Also, you wouldn't have wasted stuff that you're just never going to use, because I don't really use this unless I have one little fight in my base a few times a week. So yeah, I'd really get to terms with that because that is the most important thing for me. So next is for something that players right now can start doing is, what things have you been struggling with? If you know, like me, at the start you were struggling to get acid, then you will know to make an acid farm. You should know how to do it. If you don't, there's plenty of videos on there. If you want to see how to do it, I can do that, but there are a lot of videos that you can go and watch. However, there might be resources that you were like, I needed a lot more of this than I thought. So build your base around it. Build your base around the pollution so you can get acid. Or don't waste your stardust, because stardust is a massive thing. And just things like that. Make sure you're keeping an eye of, what have I been struggling to get and low on? How can I get that easily? And where can I put my base to get this? Or what do I need to do at the start of Season 2 to try and actually make sure I get as much as I can? Now, a way that you can do this is looking on the map and seeing specific things like, you know what? I need oil, which is all this black stuff. That's something that I would have really liked. So get to grips now with what that looks like on the map, because when Season 2 starts, you'll need to be able to look at the map, spot it, and get there before everybody else gets there and it's too late and you can't set up there anymore. Particularly in areas like this, which is next to a settlement where there's pollution and oil, and I wish I'd have got my base there sooner had I known about it. Now, another important thing that I messed up with, and I'm sure a lot of you did as well, is your blueprints. Don't think for a second that I'd never ever want to use this gun. So if I say, hey, let's level this up, I'll just click these and all of this and I'll level it up. I obviously can't, but you are getting rid of these. So I would not be able to get that, and that might not come back, that crossbow. I mean, I probably won't use the crossbow, but there's been specific ones that I have used the blueprints for, not realized, gone back to it and gone, oh, I can't do what I wanted now because I've used the blueprints to that. So be careful using those blueprints and don't waste them in Season 2 when you get them, like I did. Now, this is a quick reminder. Starcrom does come with you next season. Energy links don't. So sure, spend your energy links. That's okay. But if you want and you don't need to spend it, save your Starcrom for next season, because that's coming with you, and that's going to be a finite resource that's going to be really difficult to get. Now, here's a big one for me. Obviously, you have the tier system of guns, and when I was doing it, you would level up your guns, and then you get to level 40, and then you create the tier 4, and boom, you're kind of low on everything. So not particularly that, but when you level up guns, obviously you need, I can't show you, but like a lot of Stardust. You save the Stardust. Don't use the Stardust on the early weapons. Save as much as you can, because you'll be able to probably get a calibration 10 as soon as it goes, as well as saving all of these, because the amount of times that I've messed up the calibration blueprint and sold them because I thought I don't need them. I usually just keep gold ones, so you can probably get rid of the rest, but just know that they're important and try not to get rid of them. So this next one's a bit funky, but yeah, this is my base. As you can see, it's not all one layer. It goes up there, it's down there, it's got a bit there, it's got this here, and this bit goes up at the back. It's not good for moving. And obviously at the start, like you did here, you'd set up, you'd sort yourself out, you'd move. Then you'd do the same, and that's not the right way. But moving the base before you're at your final location, just build on one level. So just build it like this. Don't go any higher, don't go any lower, and keep it all as one separate building. Otherwise, it makes it so difficult to move. And sometimes when you do move it, stuff gets stuck in the ground and it messes up completely. So you've got to be careful with that when you're moving your bases. Moving on to your builds, if you are unhappy with it and you don't have the Starcrom to purchase anything just yet, save it up, but get the mods now. Start getting the mods that you need for that build specifically, and then you can move on next season, have the mods, and all you need to do is get that gun that you're after, or maybe a different gun that is introduced. And as one final tip, this is the most important to me personally, don't rush through it if you don't want to. Just enjoy yourself. This is a video game. So all you have to do is do it your way. Enjoy it, but all I want from this video is for you not to make the same mistakes. I just play through and enjoy it. I don't have the ridiculously 500k DPS builds and stuff like that, if there is them. But the main things that I want to see is people not making the mistakes like I did, because those mistakes are annoying, particularly the mimetic specializations, because you go through, you make it all, and it looks good, and you think, whatever, and then you look back and you're like, I wish I'd have got this one, and then you just start changing them because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know which particular one you're changing, or it's just random. And I did all that, it was annoying. But I just go through and have fun. If you make the mistakes, oh well, you'll get them next season and not make that mistake because you will have learned from it. However, hopefully this can help you limit the mistakes that you make for next season. And don't worry, I'll be still making mistakes too. However, if you did enjoy this, please drop a like on it. That would really help me out. And if you want to see a build that can get up to 80k damage, click on this video above, which shows my build currently with the Doombringer. It's amazing, it's fun, and it also has the Black Panther sniper rifle with it. And I will catch you all in the next one.